Hi, legends. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Beautiful Wednesday evening here in South Africa. Sometimes lose track of time. Welcome to today's live stream. Today we'll analyze the price of Bitcoin. Obviously, this channel is Bitcoin focused. I also use Bitcoin to do 99% of my day trading. And what are the probabilities? As per the thumbnail, I just had to put the two faces and show the 50-50 probability because always what I found or what I find extremely interesting is that when we come to a big news day like today, okay, the market puts itself in a position where it is either 50% up or it is 50% down. And right, even from an Elliott wave perspective, I can see an extreme bearish case here to the downside, and I can see an extreme bullish case here to the upside. And at the moment, they both carry 50% probability of playing out. That is why I like to stay out of the market during news events. Today will be a slightly shorter live stream. I do have some evening plans going out for celebration, and so we will keep it short. Well, how do they say it? I will be brief, I will be bright, and I will be gone. Okay, that's the saying, what I like to use sometimes. So smash up the like on your way in. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. And also remember, okay, down in the description of this video are the exchanges that I use. If I zoom in here, and under exchanges, I've got Bluffin, that 10% cash back. It's not going to last forever. It has been extended until the 23rd of September. Whatever money you deposit in your Bluffin account, if you've used the link downstairs in the description, you qualify for 10% cash back to trade with, keep the profits, use towards fees, whatever you want to do with the cash. Okay. Also, Bybit, legends. Okay. I want to stress the World Series of trading on Bybit is starting soon. And for those of you that's been in the trading game for a little bit long, okay, you will know exactly what a big event this is. Myself and Andy are forming a team, and it's called the Bitcoin Census Team. So by using the link down in the description, go sign up. And once the competition is ready, I will share the competition link where we can form a team and we can trade for some amazing big prizes. Okay, we didn't do too bad last year. Okay, so make sure you use the link downstairs to sign up, and then also go and follow me on Insta. I've started a fresh TikTok and an Instagram account. I've also started creating some short content videos on YouTube. Some of you might have seen it. I did see some comments and likes from some of the subscribers here on the channel. I appreciate the support, and go follow me on Twitter and on TikTok. On Instagram and on TikTok. Links also here down in the description. Okay. Right, let's say hi to the beautiful community before I dive here into the analysis, and you can already see what I'm looking at over here. But I will take you guys step by step through my thinking process. And okay, cool, let's go. Frank, hello, 𝗬𝗍𝘆 and legends. First like, yes, welcome. Not financial advice. I had a good laugh at your comment. Some say 𝗬𝗍𝘆 is a human, but we all know he's AI. Okay, maybe I should put like a robotic filter here on my microphone. Okay. Mr. Crypto Big Brains, thanks for joining the stream. Your support is always appreciated. Hello, boss. Mr. MA, welcome. Abdulush, hi, 𝗬𝗍𝘆, welcome to the stream. Crypto Fart, I hope it's not a smelly day today. Let's see how it goes. I'm scared, 𝗬𝗍𝘆. All right. If you're scared, just stay out of the market. A no trade is also a trade. Okay. You get to keep your cash. Irina, welcome to the live stream. Yukasta, I entered a short at 61,150. 61,150? 61,150, round about this zone over here. Okay, 61,150. Right, yeah, yesterday. Absolute sniper, right? Your Costa, absolute sniper. But uncertainty time is making me nervous, and I might get out of it. It is always good, and you'll often hear me speak about it during the live streams, that it's always good, okay, even if you believe you have a sniper entry here on top, because I also have a short position here on top. I've already taken majority of the profits when we hit the 0.382. That's where I took majority of the profits. and I left some of the position open for lower levels. I'm a day trader and I'm happy with the profits that I make, especially if I've planned the trade and my TP target got hit. I will sometimes leave some of the position open. You never know, for lower levels. Okay, so as long as you've paid yourself, you should not be nervous. Okay. Right, let's continue with the comments over here. Cosmo, hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Hi, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, Ramanan, welcome. Market M, sub, away. Yes, that sounds very South African to me. Away. Good morning, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, Ghost Levi. Welcome to the live stream. I'm not in a trade today. I'm busy at work. Yes, no trade, like I said, is a good trade. I went long, but on top of the older entry lower. Okay, cool. So long here somewhere. Okay, we will explain the probabilities in a moment. This wedge is looking good. It is, isn't it? I will also explain what can be very bad about this wedge here at the moment. Yes, I did the same following educational advice. Thank you. Yokasta, you're welcome. CryptoFart, I've held my longs for nearly a year now. Wow. It must be some spot bags, or was it a leverage position? Get back to work. Goes Levi. You're right. Let's dive here right into the Alpha Legends. Like I said, today's live stream will be a little bit shorter. I'll be brief, I'll be bright, I'll be gone. And then tomorrow we can analyze once the market has settled, once the news has been absorbed and processed by the market, then we can work out that high probable trades anymore. Again. Okay, from a day trading perspective, I will always highlight and nail on this point. From a day trading perspective, you are looking to short, you are looking to long, you are looking to short. You do not care if the price is going to $100,000 or to $30,000. You just want to be able to long successfully and you want to be able to short successfully. And these small little profits adds up by the end of the month, giving you those nice consistent gains that you can pay your bills with, or invest into spot bags from a crypto perspective if that is your strategy. Okay. Cool, legends. The one scenario that I'm currently watching over here is just this fixed range profile. Okay, let's start with the fixed range profile. This blue line with the red line here in the middle, the fixed range profile. As long as we can hold, okay, this fixed range profile, we might have a possibility for upwards momentum. I just want to make sure that I extend it. Okay. Probabilities will start decreasing once you lose the range. You all know about losing the range. Okay, you lose the range, you go down. Okay, you break out from the range, you go up. Okay, so definitely a probability that I am watching is to say that for now, okay, we are holding the range by a hair. We like literally just holding on. Okay. And usually when you tap the bottom of the range, you increase the probabilities of coming to tap the top of the range again. Okay, I just need to take these TP levels out and I'll show you guys, maybe before I take the TP levels out, I'll show you guys where myself and the legends in the Discord community took a long year. A couple of hours ago, I got stopped out with a little bit of profits because I always pay myself a little bit just to cover my fees and so forth, and then I got stopped out. So let's take the fixed range here out of the way and just explain why I took the long here to the upside. It is because of this pivot, okay, the range low pivot. This is why we took the long together with the Discord Legends community, explaining step by step why I'm entering, how I'm entering, where's my stop loss, So the trading setup basically looked something like, okay, this is now after the fact, right? But this is how you learn to trade the next setup. This was the trading setup. Okay, this is where we entered, sniper entry, and this is where my stop was. Okay, and then what happened is I said, legends, if we SFP, okay, you break down and you get acceptance back above this level, that is where you enter, you put your stop loss and TP1, TP2. With this momentum here to the upside, I did take a little bit of profits, small position, like 10% of the profits to cover my fees. And then I had some things to do. And when I got back home and I opened my laptop, I got stopped out. Okay, because I literally had my stop there almost glued to the low. And I also told the legend step by step, okay, now that we've got stopped out, we wait for the next trading opportunity, okay? But still, I did see some of the legends, okay, taking aggressive profits here to the upside and even closing their positions over here. So well done for a successful trade, right? Okay, so that was the one trading scenario that we took here. Another trading scenario that I'm not sure if this happened yesterday or the day before, okay, was the short. I think this happened last night, okay? The short. I took the short, played it all the way down to the 382 where I closed most of my position. I still have a tiny position open for potential lower levels because you never know, okay? And that short was based on technical analysis, okay? Everyone was so bullish when we got this explosion here to the upside, okay? But then when you start zooming out, this is what was very interesting to me, just levels of confluence. Let me take some of the noise here out the chart so it looks nice and fresh. Okay, so if I zoom out, let's do the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this is where I have my trend. I have my trend here on top connected to the pivot highs. Pivot high, and now you can see where we got the rejection. Okay, I do not like, and I did some education inside of our Legends Discord community. I do not like trends like this where there's an overshoot because I know Bitcoin respects pivot trend lines more than trying to get it to touch as many points as possible. There's nothing wrong with using a trend line like this. I just want to make it very clear. There's nothing wrong with using a trend like this, but from my back testing and using trend line strategies on Bitcoin, it respects the pivot points better than any other trend. Where maybe if you're trading commodities like gold and platinum or silver, maybe, you know, they like the candle closes. Maybe that's a better trend line to trade those commodities based on the back testing. Okay, but this is where I have my trend. Now, when I zoom back here onto the 1-hour time frame, I was speculating on a WXY. So let me take the fibs here out the way and tell you guys exactly why I shorted this top. It's not just because we hit the top. Yes, that was one layer of confluence that I added to my trading strategy, but it was also speculating on a WXY here to the upside, where if you take a fib extension, and fib extension levels are so beautifully respected, I always keep them in mind when price action gets to those levels. So when I take a fib extension from the low to the high over here, okay, you have to snap it on perfectly, to the low, and I drag it across, guess where we got the rejection? I mean, technical analysis, people that say the markets are manipulated, technical analysis doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. Well, then, I don't know, and you know, by watching these streams, I don't know under which rock you are sleeping. Okay, 1-to-1 extension got hit to perfection. Okay, and that is where I entered, right? With my stop above the high, and as price moved in my favor, I protected my position. And then always what I do is, because you never guaranteed that price is just going to do this, is that I took a normal Fibonacci and I just measured this wave here to the upside from the low to the high. And I told the legends, okay, we had a daily level on top here somewhere as well. And I said it could act as support. It could, okay, but we just smashed through the daily level. We hit my TP. That was my TP that I planned to take profits, and we got the bounce here to the upside. And now I still got a little bit of the position open. Okay, so another successful trade in the bag. It looks like nothing, but I can tell you guys, with a little bit of leverage and good risk management, you can make significant gains with all these small little movements to the up and to the downside. Yes, I got stopped out of today's trade, but I don't care. I took a little bit of profits. My loss was minimal. It's nothing to cry about, or to sulk about, or to do anything. It's just now I wait for the next probable trading opportunity. The trade did play out somewhat, okay. And for those of you that did take aggressive profits to the upside, congratulations. Right, legends. So now what I want to discuss over here is the bearish case. Let's talk about the bearish case scenario. Okay, let's dive into the 50-50%, and you guys need to focus. I need to focus. And we have massive news coming up in round about, 2 hours from now. I unfortunately will not be in front of my PC. I did think, I did hear Andy say that he might be going live during the Fed meeting time. Okay, so go and join him on his live stream for those high probable scenarios based on what he sees on the charts as well. And this is kind of what I'm looking at the moment. What if? So this now boils down to what if scenarios. What if this is the end of the impulse from the bottom to the top. What if this is the end and this is a corrective structure? And what do I mean by a corrective structure? This is, okay, so let's say this is a 1, 2, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, end of the impulse here to the upside. And this is an A, B, and we are forming a C to the downside. Remember, in an ABC flat, what do I mean? Corrective structures are usually three-wave structures. You have 5 impulses to the upside, and you have a 3-wave corrective structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, or W, X, Y. Okay, it's a 3-wave corrective structure. And you can see it also here. Impulse, 3-wave corrective structure. Impulse, 3-wave corrective structure. Impulse, 3-wave corrective structure. Impulse, 3-wave corrective structure. And I'll get to the bullish case scenario now, where this corrective structure could be for this impulse, right? Because I can tell you guys now, if this is the end of the impulse, number 5, okay, and this is, okay, let me just clean up the scribble so that everyone can see what I'm doing. Okay, so if this is, let me grab my tool key over here. If this is an A, B, C, there's a couple of things you have to remember about an ABC. So let me just switch on the lines because people like to see the lines. Okay, when you have a flat, this is what we refer to in Elliott wave theory as a flat, which means the corrective B, the B over here, took the high. Okay, if B takes the high, there's a high probable chance, like very high probable chance, that the C will take the low. That is a flat. That is a flat corrective structure, which we refer to as a flat. The B takes the high, the C takes the low. Okay, so this is the bearish case scenario that we have to pay attention to that could play out today with the interest rate decision. And what you then would like to see is that this structure now needs to start building impulses to the downside, because a C wave is always a 5-wave impulsive structure to the downside. Always. Okay. Whether the C is to the upside or a C is to the downside, a C wave is always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4 is not allowed to go into the territory of number 1. Those basic Elliott wave theory rules that you have to remember. It has to be a clear 5-wave structure, impulses to the downside. Right, so from a bearish case perspective, let's stick to the bearish case over here, is that now inside of this correction, you need to start counting impulses to confirm that you could potentially get the C wave here to the downside. Okay, so when I zoom into the structure on the 15-minute time frame, this is what I'm looking at the moment. Okay, a leading diagonal, definitely a possibility. Your first wave can always start in a leading diagonal where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm not sure if this is 3, 4, 5. Okay, it feels like it needs another move up, a rejection to the downside. Let's see how this plays out. But a leading diagonal is basically, it looks like a bullish pennant. And if you're going to the upside, it is a bearish pennant. And usually what happens inside of these pennants, so you need to pay close attention to what's going to happen tonight. If this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, you usually have an ABC correction back to the upside. A, B, C, that does not take the high. People play the breakout. They're thinking, oh my greatness, we're going to $100,000. I have caught the ultimate entry. It's inside a leading diagonal. It breaks out for an ABC correction. Maybe there's some bearish CVD against this pivot and this pivot forming as price explodes here to the upside. And guess what happens then? Bam. Okay, then the third wave to the downside start, where this is then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an impulse to the downside. C wave has to be an impulse, and it can start with a leading diagonal. Okay, so be careful. This could be a fake out to the upside. So I'm only talking about the bearish case scenario over here. So if you are a trader that's going to play the breakout here to the upside, please pay yourself on the way up. Okay, because you never know. You can always leave some of your position open to go and claim higher levels, because I'll get to the bullish case scenario in a moment. there is a bullish case scenario where we can potentially come and claim the high and go to higher levels. But we just need to be careful as traders, and that is why it's so important to pay yourself from a day trading perspective, because this could be a leading diagonal. It breaks here to the upside. It's the end. Okay, we're now in reverse. So let me do it like this. Okay, this is what I mean. Leading diagonal to the upside. Let me do this, and I've had many examples during previous live streams where we had leading diagonals to the upside. Okay, so now we're playing this to the upside. So what you would like to see from an Elliott wave perspective is, where's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Here we go. You have to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me just make this a little bit bigger. I've got it here on sub-micro. Okay, now everyone can see. Put the lines on. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. If this is going to be a C wave here to the downside. And then I can also go and measure, well, how low can the C wave go? Okay, so leading diagonal, what basically is going to happen, you build up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is either finished or it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then ABC, and you continue that third wave here to the upside. Okay, so now I can go and measure quickly. Let's just put my chart back because this is confusing the crap out of me. Okay, so now when I look at this structure over here, I can go and measure potentially where the C wave can end, and I take a fib extension from the high to the low to the high of B. Okay, and now I've got some targets that I can have a look at. Just want to take some of the scribble out the way. Okay, cool. So if the bearish case scenario is going to play out, there's definitely a possibility to come and hit the 1-to-1 extension. Don't really like it. It is a C wave target, but it's not taking the low. And remember what I said about a flat structure. It has to take the low because the B took the high. Okay, so the only line that I kind of see here that could potentially take this low over here is the 1.236, which is a C wave target. Okay, and the 1.618. Actually drew that fifth wave exactly where it needs to be. So we could drop as low as $56,237. Okay, smash up the like for the alpha over here. Okay, so that is enough bearish case scenarios. What I also want to check here quickly is that when you take then a fib, just for interest sakes, what I want to check, I didn't check this yet. If you take a fib from the low to the high that we have at the moment, and let's say that this probability is going to play out, you can see that we could find support here by the 0.618 together with the 1.618. Nice little alignment. Not perfect, but you sometimes get those wicks below the level and you get acceptance back above. Okay, so nice confluence area. Once you've completed the impulse here to the downside, you can make a larger corrective structure back to the upside, A, B, C. Okay, so I will be monitoring what's going to happen over here, where we can play the shorts, the longs, okay, and the shorts back to the downside. Right, then quickly, legends, let's discuss the bullish case scenario over here. Okay, just want to take the noise out, take all the Elliott wave theory out. Okay. Bullish case scenario is the impulse here to the upside, okay, is not finished. That's not the end. Neither is that the end. Okay, so from a bullish case perspective is I'm keeping an eye on this triangle. Okay, I will be honest with you guys, looking at this structure, okay, it does look a little bit more bearish than bullish, but we are here to be surprised as traders. Okay, I can count a 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5? I don't see a 5. But then again, all these structures has been three-wave structures to the upside. Okay, so the problem that I see with the impulse here to the upside is that the correction started too quickly. We have a three-wave structure to the upside, which tells me it's a corrective structure to the upside. Okay, but I have to acknowledge to say that every single impulse has been a three-wave structure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can see it. 1, 2, 3. Where's the fifth wave? No fifth wave. And inside of this structure also 1, 2, 3. So just want to highlight that this can also be, ironically, a 1, 2, 3 correction, and then we do yet again 1, 2, 3. Okay, combination of three wave structures here to the upside. So where are the highest probable chance levels that I'm watching? So from a simplicity perspective, legends, this is the pattern, okay? The pattern that I'm looking at, which from a pattern perspective has a higher probability of breaking to the upside. Okay, so what if? There is that what if scenario. From a bullish case perspective is we consolidate inside here until the news comes out. Then maybe we have that breakout, and be careful, like I showed you on the bearish case scenario. Please pay yourself on the way up. But this could also be a successful breakout here to the upside, retesting the trend for higher levels. Okay, another three-wave structure here to the upside. So definitely the possibility, as per the thumbnail, 50-50. Okay, they both carry the same probability based on this entire structure that I see here to the upside. I cannot just look at this structure and say, legends, because this is a three-wave structure, the probabilities are higher for lower levels because each impulse to the upside has been a three-wave structure. So the three waviness can just continue here to the upside. No problem, no problemo. What are then the highest probable rejection areas that I see? And it is when I take a fib extension, same scenario. Okay, so let's go on to the 1 hour time frame. These are the targets that I'm potentially seeing. Okay, first target that I will definitely keep an eye on is the highs. If we swing failure from the highs, definitely a possibility. You come up here, you fail to break through, and you fall down. Get acceptance back below the low of the trend. Okay, you could be falling down a little bit harder, lose the trend. You know, you lose the trend. The trend is your friend until the end, and this might be the end over here. And then we go down to that 0.618 level, taking the highs, the lows over here. So that is the first level that I'll be watching if I'm in front of my PC, that is. Okay, I will have my alarm set. Then also, second scenario that I'm watching is when you take a fib extension from the low to the high to the low over here. Okay, you can see exactly. Let me just make the sticker so everyone can see it. Okay, you can see exactly where we got rejected at the 1-to-1 extension. So because this fib pool from this low to this high is so far being beautifully respected, this one can also be beautifully respected because guess what? The 1-to-1 extension and the 1.236 are very common corrective structure targets. Okay, what I also like about the 1.236 over there is when you take a normal Fibonacci from this pivot high to the low, it also aligns perfectly with a 0.786. Okay, can you see? There's confluence. The confluence are building over there, right? Then also, someone highlighted, Mr. Alex highlighted last night during our live stream, but 𝗬𝗍𝘆, what if this is a WXY to the upside, a bigger WXY structure? Okay, and then we did the fib pools from the low to to this pivot high to the low over here, and just okay, let me drag it now here to the side. More levels of confluence. Okay, so you can see here where the planets are starting to align. You have the 1.236, you have the 786, and you have a 0.618. Okay, lots of confluence in this zone. So this is going to be a tough nut to crack, and this is where I will be looking for potential shorts back to the downsides. So if you are playing along over here and you're leaving some of that position open to break the trend, it starts pumping over here. Okay, the level you need to pay attention to is $62,384. Pay attention. Go and draw the Fibonacci's like I've just done. Go draw your normal fib here from the pivot high to the pivot low because the numbers might change depending on which exchange you use to do your analysis. Okay. And as always, legends, if you'd like to come and trade these scenarios, use the links down in my description. It's also your way to support the channel for me to keep on bringing you this alpha on a daily basis. 10% cash back. You also benefit from the biggest deals and sign-up bonuses by using the links down in the description. So on Bluffin, you get that 10% cash back. And on Bybit, by using the link to sign up downstairs, okay, the World Series of Trading is starting soon. We're forming a team, and I think we're going to trade the crap out of. Okay, myself and Andy will also be very active inside the Legends Discord community, providing those nice little sniper day trades to see if we can, like really push our team over the line. Okay, Legends. So that is basically the levels that I'm watching over here. Okay. Let me just clean this up. So I know it looks like a complete mess over here, but you can see the confluence in the zone, right? But then we always just need to have that open mindset to say that, well, what if, okay? The what if scenario could be we pump. I would expect some reaction here. Maybe you just have a little bit of a dippy three-wave structure and you continue the pump here to the upside. So that is always why I leave some of the position open for higher levels. Okay, definitely a possibility. Right, because you could even, from this WXY structure, if this is the WXY, okay, you can also come here to the one-to-one extension at $65,475, which is basically a swing failure from the highs. Okay, can you see this one-to-one, these one-to-one extensions, okay, have perfect confluence with the highs. So if we pump, we reject, that's a nice little short that I will definitely take advantage of if I am in front of the computer and you start forming some bullish CVD, okay, definitely an SFP from the highs where you could make a larger correction back to the downside, maybe a three-wave structure back to the downside. Right, let me quickly go through some comments over here. You always know how Bitcoin moves. It's just a game of probabilities, okay? It is, if the probabilities are higher in a certain direction, that is the probabilities that I discuss. Probabilities are lower in a certain direction. It's all just a game of probabilities, and I see it kind of like playing poker, okay? Poker to me is not gambling because, I mean, there's Olympic sports around the poker where you outsmart your opponents, okay? And it's a game of probabilities, right? I want to be part of that team, not financial advice. Yes, go sign up with a link. And once the competition is ready, we will share that as well. And we can all sign up and join the team. At the moment, I do see some pumpy action here from Bitcoin. Okay, let's see what happens. Also, just want to look here at CVD. What is cooking over here with CVD? Okay, it looks like it could continue the momentum here to the upside. We did SFP here from this local low over here. Let's see. Okay. No bearish CVD just as yet. Okay, cool. Legends, I said I'm going to keep this live stream a little bit shorter today. So thank you so much for joining. Smash up the like if you enjoyed the content and the alpha that I shared. Hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers for now.